Good morning, day 21. This is a full 3 weeks on the trail. Breakfast is a Quest protein bar. I've had my energy and electrolyte mix. Heading down from the campsite I had last night down to this water source before going up to Max Patch first thing in the morning. So let's check it out. We're climbing and we're sweating. It's looks like 2 or 3 miles uphill. Whew. Let's get it. Alright, that was a good way to wake the legs up. I was just chatting with a couple people. Bumble, Hopeful, and some other guy and his son. And yeah, a lot more climbing to do. 3 miles to Max Patch. So I just met, I didn't get her name, but the lady with the missing dog, Sadie. We had a nice little conversation for a minute or two. She's camped out at the spot where she last saw her, where the dog kind of got off trail at. So they said they got tracker dogs and everything out here for a search, and hoping for the best. So I'll be praying that they find her safe and sound, and just didn't know where to go. But it's been seems like a couple weeks now, so we'll see. And we're still not to Max Patch yet. I'm hoping it won't be too foggy. It's looking foggy ahead of me, but only one way to find out. Well, it's not the foggiest, but decent views. Here comes the sun. The only thing I don't like are these. Let's get up there. Not quite there yet. Looks like it's just that way. There's a hiker, but here we are at the summit, and it's actually turned out to be less foggy than expected. I'll give you as slow as I can do here, within reason. I don't know if we can get some of these mountains over there. Definitely smoky looking. I wonder why. And then you got these dudes with their dog and a guitar, but they're just up here already. Yeah, that was worth the climb, I would say. Okay, I'm pretty sure those guys are making a music video on top of Max Patch here. But so yeah, before the final climb up here, ran into this guy Johnny Cash and his wife, whose trail name I cannot remember, and their friend AFib, for the reason you'd think. And look at this. There's a group of, I think, maintainers over there. But they were from Canada. Johnny Cash is the support vehicle, and his wife and their friend are doing like 6 or 8 miles a day. I think they said their numbers were in the 340s, and I'm 1044. But let me get this. Crazy. And yeah, they're just hopping along, heading north, essentially walking back home. Talked to them for a few minutes, and real nice people. So those were trail maintainers, and they had a box of donuts. So I got a chocolate filled donut, or not filled, chocolate covered, and they're back there somewhere, hiking down somewhere with all their tools and taking care of things. And this is what I've been looking at up here. Of course, the camera won't do it justice, but it's awesome. And down low by some water is, of course, some rhododendrons. So right up there, the trail just is slightly under it. But that is a ridge that they call Buckeye Ridge. And if you know me, go blue. And that's all I gotta say about that. So I met 2 ladies just back there that were hiking the other way with their dogs. And they both had the same kind of dog, some doodles. But I was telling about the morning start and how steep it was, and they said that I was really going to enjoy this part past where we were talking, and yeah, they are right. It's been a pretty even trail, and walking through the low rhododendron filled creek bed area, and it's very nice. I don't want to jinx it either, but the weather report said there was a small chance of rain tonight or something, but right now it sure doesn't seem like anything's going to happen today. It's clear and it's really nice. Not humid like yesterday was. Yesterday was bad, but today is very comfortable. That's a nice boulder. Don't you go slipping and falling on me though. Oh, and it's got the mushrooms or whatever on it. It looks like it's shedding its skin, growing bigger. But I think they're a fungus of some sort. Thing's just waiting to fall down. Can't get it. It's not a tumor. It's not a tumor. That's interesting. I'm sure somebody drew that on there, but I'm not sure what to make of it. As they say, all good things must come to an end. We are climbing again. Luckily it's not crazy steep like this morning or yesterday, but I've caught up with a few people that I've ran into before. Had this little gap back there for a lunch break, and yeah, I'll probably be seeing some of them in Hot Springs. I don't know if they're taking days off, but I have to. I guess, or I could always bounce the package further ahead. Oh, that's a climb. Right up in there. But yeah, that was cool to see some familiar faces. And probably see a few of them at the shelter tonight. But we are going up. I feel like we're almost to the top of this. At least this one. I'm sweating. Okay, it is Walnut Mountain that I'm on. I guess technically the summit would be right there, but the trail didn't go there, so I'll show you real quick. Just an open, bald area. Pretty cool. And right down here is the Walnut Mountain Shelter, but we are pushing past that. Okay, we made it up to the top of Bluff Mountain. There was somebody up there, so I didn't really do a video at the top, but coming down now, and there was good cell service, so I had to check to see what the word is on the Hyperlight people sending me my bag. So it looks like it'll be here in Hot Springs on Thursday, so that's better than I was expecting. So I'll get in to town tomorrow, which is Wednesday, and just hang out. I only got a couple miles from where I'm staying tonight to town, so get some good food, a little resupply, wait for my bag, and then load that all back up, and then I gotta send home the warranty paperwork and shipping label, because it is now back at the house in Mississippi. So obviously, because I've got this bag, so what I'm gonna do is send this bag home as well, and my mother will take it to our nearest REI and do a return, because now that I have my old bag back, new old bag, I won't be needing this one anymore. So this bag has some cool features that I'm getting used to, but it is not my old bag that I have like 400 miles on. 350. I was used to it basically. So it'll be a nice little reunion. So do some exploring of Hot Springs for a day and a half or whatever it comes out to be, a little over, and just enjoy the waiting game. Try to put it in perspective with how high we are. Whatever that is way down there. And this isn't the wide angle, this is right there. Like, we are up here about 4,500 feet on a descent, and I can definitely feel it in my knees working, strengthening. It's not pain, it's just I feel it. But I'll take this over a climb, kind of, because that last one I was about to fall out. But all is well now. Hydrated, snacked at the top, did the phone call, and things are good. Nobody's home. Interesting vine section. It's a different look. Alright, just filled up water for, should be the last time until camp, where there is a water source, and I'm planning on hitting Deer Park Mountain Shelter, and that'll just leave less than a handful of miles into town tomorrow, and then get some chores done, hang out until my bag comes in the mail. So 4 miles, still a little elevation gain, a lot more descent than ascent, but look at me, sweating. All right, moving on. So I just passed a couple people that I had hung out with at a lunch spot just before my 2 days in Gatlinburg. Small claims, and I can't remember the other kid's name, but we were talking about hot springs and the restaurant situation, and I suppose there's one that has like a hiker burger. It's supposed to be pretty big, so you know I'm going to that. But we are rolling up to about 2 miles left on the day, and I believe that puts me at an even 20. I will confirm that when I'm there. This last mile is always the longest. It's got to be up here just around the corner, I'd imagine. My feet are ready to be done. I have arrived. Home for the night.